Big Brother's been on the side! We've seen the 10th eviction of the series with you guys saying goodbye to Zoe Birkin from Pop Idol. But she'll be here later on. But before I get my teeth into her, and God help her, let's get the lowdown on all of tonight's events from the Queen of Big Brother. Give it up for the one and only Emma Willis! You look lovely. You look nice tonight. And
I've got to wear a little hairband.
oh, look at you, little hippie hairband.
Oh, yeah.
How was it?
I don't really know how to describe tonight.
No?
I think it was one of those weeks when it was just going to be too close to call.
Yeah.
You know, it could have been any one of those three. And it was super close.
It was really close.
Are
you surprised that she went?
I wouldn't have been surprised if any of them had gone, because they've all had a kind of tide turn this week, I think. You know, lots of people feel sorry for Pav, so that could have helped him stay.
Yeah.
Chris had a turn for the worst, and so did Zoe after her comments. So that's why, you know, I kind of... It could have been anyone's game tonight, but I think Zoe just pipped everyone.
How's she doing? I mean, I know she's come out, she's put a bit of a front on. She's like, yeah.
Well, that's why I said to her, you know, is some of this game face, because you're just so happy.
I know, she's loving life.
But, you know, as she said, she's kind of used to crowds and stuff like that, so I suppose that doesn't really faze her. We asked her about the comment, and obviously, and she kind of said, well, hopefully you saw it. She said, you know, it was a long conversation and that's just a little bit of it.
Do you think
but
that's
it
where
also
it went
didn't
wrong?
seem like...
Even if it was in a long
still
combo...
didn't... Yeah,
I know.
it was still just got a little bit awkward.
Was that where it went wrong for her, do you think?
Yeah, I think that was probably the big thing for her in why she left.
Do you think the others in there are going to be that bothered that she's not there?
Well, I think she did bring such a lightness and fun to the house.
Yeah, she did.
Do you know what I mean? And you know, as much as people say, oh, she's always happy, oh, God damn her, how dare she?
I know. We moan when people are sad and annoyed.
You know, if people are horrible or nasty or mean or bitchy, we moan about it. Why are we moaning? We said, let's have some humour and some fun in the house. And Zoe did bring that, to be fair.
That was humour and fun, but tonight... We saw Big Brother stir things up with the focus group, and it features some lovely members of our bots audience over there. Do you think they made some valid points in what they said in that?
Who, the bots?
Yeah.
Bots audience?
Yeah.
Of course they make valid points. You know, it's a debate show, and, you know, you go on Twitter and you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You get it, I get it, we all get it. You know, this is a show about people, and this is a reflection of some parts of our society. You know, of course they are. They live in our society.
Yeah.
And our audience are fans of Big Brother, and they all have different opinions.
Yeah.
And I don't know if some people think this, but we don't tell these people what to say.
No, we genuinely don't. Trust me.
Their opinions. And then we get in trouble for having the same people in the audience.
I know.
Well, if you want to bloody well be in the audience,
get on the phone and come down here.
If you've got something to say,
yeah,
come and do it. If people watching don't agree what was said in the focus group, then come and be in the audience, and you might have been in that focus group to have your say.
I feel like getting a little Emma Willis rosette or something.
Well, I've got enough rosettes
Emma
here, you
for
can have
Prime
one of
Minister.
these.
I love it.
Oh, no.
How do you think they're going to behave now, knowing that there's a big twist coming up next week? Oh, they don't know that,
they
do
don't
they?
know that.
How do you think they're going to behave, though, knowing that...
How do I think? Well, I think they're going to accept Pav more, because I think, obviously, the focus group helped with that as well, I think. He's been saved again. Well, not been saved. Someone else has been evicted, but he has managed to stay again tonight. So I'm hoping that they give him a little bit more time.
Do you think it's going to affect him a lot, though?
Effort.
Because that is a hell of a lot of outside information, that focus group. Do you know what I mean, coming in? It
is, yeah. And I think Mark is hugely paranoid, and maybe we'll see a slight... You know, this is the thing with giving too much information, is it makes them change their character. And we want them to be them, don't we? So as much as it's good to get reactions from them, sometimes, you know, maybe we give too much.
Yeah.
I think that's a really fair point.
You know what I mean?
I've got an exclusive for you.
What?
I have. I can reveal that it is face-to-face nominations on Monday for the first time! First time! You know.
I did know, yeah.
How do you think they're going to take it?
I did know that one bit, yeah.
I can't believe you actually knew something.
We actually knew.
We never know anything. How do you think they're going to deal with it?
Well, I think they'll go the easy option and I think they'll all vote Pav.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like Zoe said that as well. They're new and they're going to stick with what they know from the last however many weeks they've been in there, 8 weeks, 9 weeks. You know, I think that will be an easy option for all of them. But I don't know what they're going to do with the other one.
Well, earlier on...
It's going to be difficult, isn't it?
The gorgeous Emma Willis mentioned that next week the housemates will get the chance to supersize the prize money for the first time, which is quite exciting. How do you think the dynamic's going to change now that money is involved? This is the ultimate goal of this game.
Well, this will be the ultimate test of who they really are. This will show us who is in there for the game and who is in there for the experience and who is in there for the money and who is in there, you know, and made genuine friends. I think this week will be a good sign of who are the game players and who aren't.
Well, listen, that's what the Queen of Big Brother's got to say, but what do you lot at home think? Were the focus group spot on with their comments, or weren't they? You can vote via the poll section on the Big Brother app, and I'll be revealing the results a little bit later on at the end of the show. Give it up for Emma Willis! Have a lovely weekend. It's time now for an exclusive. Let's see how they're getting on after Zoe's gone.
That is terrible.
But she was chanted last week as well.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit.
But that was that
Tesco comment.
That shows you one comment, and you get that. One comment.
Every little hair.
Bloody
every little fucking hair.
Every little bit.
Yeah, you were prepared mentally to leave, weren't you?
Oh, my name.
Like, I really was.
I got so much fame.
So I started to get excited about it, and now I need to just reprogram and...
This week was the most unpredictable week of the lot, because they asked me for an honest assessment in the diary room this morning as to who I thought would leave, and I didn't think it would be Pav. I thought it would either be you or Zoe. And I said that up there.
Exactly what I thought.
And I said Zoe either because the comment just hasn't been able to recover from those kind of comments, and she's perceived really negatively. She made those kind of comments, and people now think she's stuck up because she dresses well. She's extremely pretty and all of that, and people might think she takes herself as above everyone else.
So how many of us left? Is there 7 of us?
8.
8 of us? This is just us?
It's the final 8.
Everyone has a bed each?
Everybody has a bed each.
6 boys, 2 girls. Too much testosterone in this house. Thank goodness you're...
Bloody hell.
I know.
There you go. It's time now. Oh, that was a bit late. It's time now to meet tonight's panel. And listen, we are oozing showbiz tonight, people. First up is the woman who gave us literally hours of entertainment with her bickers with good old Jim Davidson. Let's hope she's in the mood for enhancing tonight's show. It's Linda Nolan! Now, listen, our next guest has one of the most illustrious careers in show business. He is an absolute national treasure who partied with the Beatles. He's danced with Sammy Davis Jr. and he's even performed for the Queen. The Queen! But I think the highlight of his career was doing his acting class with Paul Danan last series. And we don't call Box the graveyard of broken dreams for nothing. Give it up for Lord Lionel Blair! It's a new trick every time he comes in. You can't blame him, can't blame him. And listen, finally he said he trusted the British public 100%. And unfortunately, that's why he's on the panel tonight. It's Stephen! So listen, just very, very quickly before we start, Stephen, how is Kim? We've seen stuff in the press, just want to make sure she's all right.
She's good, she's on the road to recovery, and there's 7 goods looking after her tonight, so she's going to be all right.
Well, that's all that matters. Get well soon, Kim, for all of us. Stephen, are you happy with the public's choice tonight?
I wasn't, unfortunately.
Oh, tell me.
I thought that Chris was going to go. I wanted him to go. I think he's run the course in the house. He's manipulated it enough. You have to call it a day, and unfortunately, I think the wrong person's gone tonight, in my opinion.
Lionel?
I think exactly the same. Hannibal Lecter had to go.
Yes.
Because he looked... Chris had to go for me.
He had to go. So are you upset that Zoe's gone then?
Yes, because she was fun. I liked her. And I'm going to ask her, are we going to meet her later?
Oh, Lionel, you can do it. You're Lord Lionel Bear. You can do whatever you want.
I think she should have been in it from the very beginning.
So do I. So do I. Linda, are you shocked?
Am I shocked?
Yeah, that
yes,
Zoe's
I am
gone.
shocked. I'm devastated that Chris didn't go.
Yeah.
I don't know what people are saying. I mean, he's slagged everybody in the house to all different people, and yet he's still, because he's in there going, Pav is this, Pav is that, Zoe was this, Zoe was that. He is the snake in the grass.
Well, the fact that he hasn't gone means that he has got a fan base somewhere. Let's see if I can find any. Who is glad that Chris has stayed?
I'm actually glad that...
Zoe's gone.
No, actually, I'm not glad that Zoe's gone. But actually, I want to say, I'm not going to touch on what the panel said. Actually, I think Chris is playing a clever game. I mean, he's really, really good. Because, you know, you have to remember, he actually, when he went in there, of course it's a game show, but when he went in there, he was exactly like Pav. He was sat back, he analysed everybody else, and then he came out.
But
so
then
actually,
for it.
Exactly that. So actually now, I mean, he goes in the diary room and gives us exactly what we want.
Exactly.
You know? But then he goes out there, he plays like all this quiet, nice guy and all that. But actually, I don't buy him at all. I think he should have been out.
Grace Control! Give Grace a job! Stephen, let's move back to Zoe. How do you think her departure is going to affect the housemates now? She's not been there long, but she has been a big part of the last few weeks.
I think Zoe, of all the housemates, is definitely one of the most bubbly. She was funny. When I was in there, I mean, she always used to provide entertainment for us and also a very good ear to talk to. The problem which has happened is that she's made a comment which has been perceived badly. She didn't mean to say it, but unfortunately it's been, you know, it is what it is. And we all know what Zoe's like. We've seen her for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We're going to judge her on 3 weeks and not that comment.
Well, we're going to be talking, obviously, to Zoe a lot more in depth after the break. But let's move on to Mark, because he's had a tough time in tonight's show. Stephen, you know him.
Yeah.
What are you making of his behaviour this week?
Mark is Mark. I believe 100% Mark is exactly what he's like on the outside world. He's funny, he's hilarious, and do you know what? He bosses Chris around, but Christopher does like it. He does, and that's their relationship. And everyone...
Christopher was saying tonight that he does shout at Mark as much as Mark shouts at him.
Yeah.
I think Mark is playing the best game, apart from Ashley. I think Mark is playing the best game in the house.
Lionel?
He becomes whatever people want him to be, he becomes.
Lionel, I know you're not his ultimate fan, are you?
Mark! I never said that! No.
I mean, I liked him at first.
Not a fan?
Doesn't make me laugh.
To me, he hasn't changed since day one, being in that house. He hasn't changed.
I know that.
He's been the same person, and I can't say he's a game player because I've seen the real Mark, and the real Mark's the person I watch on the television.
Well, listen, we saw the focus group say that Christopher needs to grow some balls with Mark.
Yeah.
That was you lot, by the way. Do you think they were too hard on him, Linda?
Who
the focus group with what they said about Mark?
Well, no, because they're just going from what they see, you know. It was like, I said that about Ollie and I got slated for it, but at the time that is what I thought. I don't think that's a bad comment. It's not slagging Christopher. It's just saying stand up for yourself. And apparently in the show tonight, after they'd seen all the
focus group.
The focus group, that's what I was searching for. The focus group, that is what he said. I do stand up for myself.
Well, someone else
who...
The focus group weren't too kind about with Helen. She got a pretty hard time as well. Apparently, Helen's gained the others' respect from fear. Stephen, are the other ones in there only friends with her because they're scared of her?
Absolutely not. I have to say, I am...
I love how you lot going, no, it's you bloody lot that said it!
I am a huge supporter of Helen. I think if there's anyone in that house that's been genuine from the start, it's been Helen. Yeah. We all know she's outrageous, and we all know that she says things sometimes that, you know, maybe you shouldn't say. But if I was to have a friend, I'd rather have Helen as my friend. She's going to tell me to my face, and that's the end of it. And to me, I think if you're looking for someone who's been on journey from day one to the end, it's Helen. And you know what?
I know.
Do it.
I wish we had the alarm.
She's incredible. I love her. I want her to win.
You want her to win?
I want her to win.
She's had a massive turnaround. She's had a big turnaround.
And that will continue.
She had that terrible time at the beginning, and I think that was all a defence that she puts up. If she doesn't know how to go, I'm really upset that people think that of me. She goes, oh, well, you know, swears and all of that. But I think that is her defence, and I think, like Stephen said, that as she's gone along, she's proving to be what she will tell people how it is. She's not frightened.
I've loved her more and more as it's gone on.
Do you know what? I've got to say, this is the first show that I've presented and the whole panel are in favour of Helen.
I'm glad.
And without sounding too biased or anything, that's really nice for me because I've not seen that before. So I'm glad that I have seen that because now we've seen both sides to Helen.
Yeah,
I think it's quite fair to say.
People need to get over. They need to get over the 2 weeks and see what's going on. They've got over the 2 weeks with Ashley when Ashley was bitching about everybody and was being really vile about people. They've got over that, and now Ashley, I think, is the biggest game player in the house.
Well, let's
support the real people.
I think she's doing a great job.
Let's quickly move on to next week because Emma's revealed that Big Brother will be placing a lot of temptation into the house, designed to divide the housemates. So, Stephen, who's got the willpower in there and who's going to crumble?
I think, unfortunately, the willpower in the house is Chris, and he should have gone tonight because what he's doing is he's very carefully manipulating all the housemates. He's got Ashley where he wants her. He's now got Pav as well because, obviously, in my opinion, when Pav came in, he was a manipulator. He spotted that, Chris, and he went for Pav straight away. So, to me, Chris is going around the group bit by bit, acting his creepy self, and he's manipulating the house. And, you know, I don't like it.
Well, very quickly, we've just revealed exclusively on Bit on the Third that it's going to be face-to-face noms on Monday. So very, very quickly going down the panel, who's in danger? Stephen.
I think Chris is in danger, and I'll tell you why. Although he's manipulating the house, I think the public will, the housemates would have heard the public's reaction. And I think that they're going to think that he's easy pickings, and I hope they do because he needs to go.
Linda?
I hope Pav comes into his own this week. Otherwise, I think he will be in danger if he doesn't do something fabulous. But I really, really want Chris to go.
100%.
I want Chris to go. No, I really want Chris to go. I agree with exactly what Steve said.
What about what I said?
And what you said.
Give him a round of applause, guys. Give it still to come, we've got all the fallout from tonight's eviction, plus we'll be asking Zoe all the questions that the main show are too scared to ask her. Don't go anywhere, see you after this. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Sides. And do you know what? We've been friends with benefits to the main show and shagging the shit out of them since 2000. They're Helen's words, they're not mine. I would never be seen saying something like that. I'll leave that image with you. It's another exclusive.
I know, bed each, baby. Do you remember us saying that? It won't be how weird it'll be whenever there's a bed each.
6 weeks ago, next week there'll be a spare one.
There's a spare one this week? No. Oh, are you having a bed to yourself now? Yeah. I thought you'd stay with Ash.
No, I'm off skis.
Oh, are you having Zoe's bed now?
Yeah.
So opposite Ash?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Mark, you didn't get evicted.
I never survived.
Yeah, I'm pleased you didn't get evicted. I didn't want to say to you today, but I was pretty sure you weren't going to get evicted.
I was pretty, probably 99.9% sure.
I think Gareth just thought that I lost the fucking plot when I told him I was being evicted.
You don't look, Ash lost the plot.
Gareth came on this today.
I'm sticking with it. Something bad's happening tonight. That's all I've said all day.
No, I don't think so.
The power.
Well, there you go. That's what's going on in the house. But how is poor old Zoe coping? I'm going to be finding out in just a moment. But first is her worst bits.
Majority of people would absolutely describe me as humble. My proudest achievement is staying humble throughout this crazy business.
I was in the Michael Jackson musical Thriller. Yeah, so the lead female, the only singer.
If I could describe myself in 3 words, humble, humble, humble.
I've been in and out of the show for about 7 years.
A couple of highlights throughout my career. Being voted the final girl in Pop Idol 2002. I feel awesome right now. I also was personally asked to sing at Tony Blair's son's christening. That's massive to me, it's massive.
Humble, humble, humble.
There's fit. I've opened Thriller Live in the West End.
There's pretty.
I've opened Respect La Diva in the West End.
There's sexy.
Recently came back from Brazil, where I've again got a successful career out there.
There's hot.
And currently, I've just been given my green card to move to America.
But you're fucking elite.
Oh, just pumped.
I think if they'd have put me in a house with normal people who were like, I work in Tesco, I would have too many stories, too much life experience, and people wouldn't be able to keep up on par with me with conversation.
I've never once been above myself, ever.
My worst qualities are staying humble.
She's the cheeky singing Geordie who the housemates all love. But Shane, you didn't. She's came 4th on Pop Idol, and tonight she's come 9th. Give it up for international singing superstar Zoe Beckett. Zoe Beckett from Pop Idol!
Oh, you like?
This is like a childhood.
All right, vibes.
Oh,
Hiya, vibes.
So, how are you?
I'm really good.
I've got to say, just quickly, you're blending in with the back of that sofa.
I am, babes. It was the same inside the house. It was all like green, and I was like just melting in.
Beaut. Just a face and a weave. Loving life. How are you?
I'm fine. For me, I think like one of the hardest things about being in there, like I'm a massive family person, and it was like not being able to speak to my mum and dad 12, 13 times a day that I do was driving us mad. Like,
you miss them.
You don't even. I know when people say you're close, you know, I'm close to my family and I speak to my mum. I'm like ridiculously close to my family. It's unbelievable how close I am with them. I'm a massive family girl, so for me that was like the worst thing about it. So just knowing. Either way, I would have been happy if I'd have stayed, and I would have been happy. Like, I'm buzzing. I've just had a massive cuddle off mum and dad and a kiss, and they're like, you're all right. So I was just like, yes.
So, I hate to ask this question, but they're making me.
Go on.
Do you ever think you're going to win a reality show?
Oh, that's rude.
I know.
How
and they made me say it. I'm a fan.
Clearly not.
Bye.
Clearly not.
I'm gutted that you're out. I think you've been a great housemate. I really do. I really do. So, how hard was it for you? Obviously, you joined so late in the game.
Yeah.
How hard was it for you to settle in, do you think?
For me, I'll be honest, it wasn't too hard because like there's a lot of Northerners in there. Straight away they were like, "Oh, she's going to be a Northern ninja." I was like, "What's that?" So anyway, they made me feel at home. I got on with like the majority of people in there. Everyone was really nice to us from the beginning. So I didn't find it too hard. But what I did find hard is that all the time they thought I was up to something. Me and Pav all the time. They were like really suspicious 24/7. And it was like the power thing's being done. Like let us settle in, you know.
But obviously a couple of them in there, they knew who you were. You know, Mark did, and you know he's a little bit starstruck by you at first. Were you starstruck by any of them? Because obviously they've been in this game for like 5-6 weeks. How did you feel going in? Was you a bit like, oh my God, that's Helen?
Not really, because I've watched the first 2 episodes and then I've been on holiday for the past 3 weeks, so I've missed a massive chunk, which I kind of think worked to my advantage because I had no kind of preconceptions of people. I'd heard certain things about people, but I just thought, you know what, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to take people how they are with me and I'll make my own judgment. So, and that's what I did.
What I want to know is why do you think, obviously you and Pav started the journey together.
Yeah.
Why do you think the public have evicted you over him?
Pav's had a massive turning point this week, huge. I've kind of went in there from the beginning. I'm not really scared. I'm quite a strong woman. I knew I was going to be faced with some obstacles. Pav is a lovely, lovely, lovely lad, and I just think he maybe thinks too much. He overthinks certain situations, and he kind of sits back instead of like getting to know people in the group. He'll sit back and kind of observe instead of just being like, "Bam, bam, how are you? What do you do?" and you know, getting to know people. And I think that just made him a little bit more suspicious. But then the turning point in the week was, you know, every single day I was like, "Howie, Pav, get it together, son. Howie, keep strong." Then he got his letter, which really put a massive spring back in Pav's step.
We've seen that turning point.
And also, I think Mark wasn't so nice with Christopher at one point in the week, and Pav straight away was like, "You were nasty there." And if that was shown, that's probably a good turning point for Pav as well to show that he does have a voice.
But someone else that you were up against was Chris.
Yeah.
Now Chris is in the same industry. Do you know what I mean? He's an actor. You know, he's done it all before. Why didn't we see you two bond as much as you could have?
Because he's beige. For me.
He's beige?
He's just a bit... He's lovely. He is lovely. He's a genuine, lovely, lovely, lovely lad, like, but...
He's just not a bit of you?
But he's just not... He hasn't got enough energy for me, to be honest, babe. Like, I like bouncing around the walls and learning new things, and he was just a bit like, I'll go and do some cooking, and then I'll just have a sit down.
Let's move on to the girls, because Ashley and Helen mentioned on last night's show that they don't trust you.
Yeah.
Why do you think they're saying something like that?
They would never trust me, even if I was in there till the final. They would never have trusted me.
Why?
And same as Pav, exactly the same as Pav. We came in halfway through. They've all got relationships and bonds with each other. But not only that, because we had the power and evicted Danielle, straight away everyone was suspicious, everyone was paranoid. And I was just thinking, just let us be and settle in, you know. But I just, in my mind, I was thinking every week, regardless of how long I stay, I'm going to be up for nomination. I knew that walking in.
We've got a clip, just very quickly. I want you to have a quick look at this, babe.
Oh, it's okay, babe. Most interesting. And Nain's always said that. She went, I've got like the most stories in you.
I did think that the way I was going, I couldn't hide it. I was like...
I find that dead funny now that you got it.
I know. She didn't expect it all. And then she started going from watching it. I was saying to Bill, I thought you haven't seen much.
She has!
I know.
Why? That's just
It's a
lies.
lie. I know. But no, I thought that was ridiculous. And then she kept being like, everything
I'd
needs
have
to
to watch.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong in saying it.
I don't think there is either.
I'd be like, I
would rather come on saying I watched it and I did judge you all and it's completely changed rather than come on saying I didn't watch it because I didn't want to judge any of these. I don't think there's anything wrong with judging people before you come in and then their opinions change them.
So?
Yeah. Oh.
Right, I'm going to ask you what did you make of it, but I think I've got an idea from you screeching in the break.
I didn't watch it. If I'd have watched it, I would have said I've watched all sorts and I know exactly what you're doing and you've been doing. I saw the two walking in and I got back from Dubai on the Wednesday, I got the call to come in, I saw the Wednesday and the Thursday, Friday I had a gig and Saturday I had a gig.
Nothing insane.
I had some opinions of other people. I had some opinions of family and, you know, agent, but I didn't tell any friends. No one knew that I was coming in.
Yeah.
So I had their opinions.
Sorry,
but...
my mouth dropped to the floor when I come and saw you in the dressing room. They were like, yeah, the new housemates are in there, and I walked in and I was like, oh my God, it's Zoe Burkett from Pop Idol.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Ultimate fan. Let's quickly talk about opinions, because you just mentioned that. Who do you think's the biggest game player?
Oh.
I know you've not been in there long, but you've been in there long enough to know.
I don't know whether anyone's played a game as such. Game player. I don't think anyone is. I mean, the time that I've spent with them, 24 hours. Do you think?
You're shouting at Chris.
See, I'll be honest, I didn't bond as much with Chris and Ashley, so I don't know enough about them because they just didn't have enough energy for me, to be honest. I was a bit like... yawn. But it didn't mean that I thought they were not very nice people because I had some really nice moments with the both of them.
Yeah.
But, you know, in this environment now, outside of there, they would never be people who I would spend my time with.
You've just missed out on face-to-face nominations.
Oh, good.
Good.
Thank God I'm out.
Who do you think's in trouble? Are they? Do you think the housemates go very much on crowd reaction?
Yeah, they go on crowd reaction, and to be honest, like the whole day today, everyone thought there was going to be a twist, and Mark's having a panic attack, Ash is having a panic attack. So I don't know whether they're going to be happy with doing. They know it's coming because it happens every year.
Do you think they're going to be as honest though as they normally are in the diary room?
No. Clearly not. I thought everyone was really nice, but I've just seen that.
Just very quickly.
Yeah.
Who would you have nominated? Two people.
Ooh, honestly, Ashley and Chris.
Ashley and Chris?
Yep.
Seems like a popular decision. Give it up for Zoe Burkett, please.
Oh, they're lovely.
So listen, Big Brother's over for you.
Yep.
What's next?
Who bloody knows? A quick apology, obviously, to people who've offended us, but I just think my comments being misjudged, you know. I'm a really grounded person, and I've done like 1,000,001 jobs doing whatever I've got to do to keep my roof over my head. I just think it's been misjudged massively, the type of person that I am.
Good luck to you, Zoe.
I'm sorry if I've offended anybody, of course, but nah, man, I'm so grounded. I should be 6 feet under.
Zoe Burkett.
Steve!
I hope not. Join us after the break when me and Zoe will be taking your calls, plus they'll be unleashing that panel and that audience onto her too. I'll see you after this. Welcome back to Big Brother Bit on the Side, where I've just been talking to Zoe, and we've been inspired, haven't we, by like the Big Brother focus group. From now on, we're going to start dissecting the housemates and hold debates on what's going on in the house.
Yep.
I think that would make a good show.
I do.
Your phone. Right, it's phone time now.
Okie doke.
On line one, I believe we've got Jim from Burton. Jim, you there?
Hey, Rylan, how you doing, mate?
I'm good, Jim. What's your question for our Zoe?
Well, first of all, Zoe, really wish that you'd still been in there.
Thank you.
I was rooting for you, babe. As for this comment that's being batted about everywhere, I knew exactly where you was coming from, and anyone with half a brain should have understood where you were coming from.
Thank you.
But my question for you, sweetheart, is how do you think Pav will cope now that you're out and that it's just him with the old biz?
Good question.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I'd like him to be a little bit more stronger. He did say just before I left, he was like, I hope it's me that he wanted me to stay because he wouldn't have a good week without me being there. Bless him. I think he's frightened about being by himself. I hope he just kind of keeps reading his letter from his family, because that really gave him a spring in his step when he got that. And just stay strong, you know. He's got a psychology degree, so hopefully he'll just keep his marbles together and try and take each day as it comes. I hope so. He's lovely.
Jim, thanks for your call, mate, and we'll speak to you soon.
Good luck in the States.
Good luck in the States.
Thank you.
Cheers, Jim. On line 2, I believe we've got Nicole. Nicole from London, you there?
Hi.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Zoe. Hi, Rylan.
Hi, babe. What's your question for us, Zoe?
I just wanted to say, loved your singing in the show and could have listened to you for ages. Just the question I wanted to ask is, as you were aware, everyone wanted to put you up for eviction, and you sort of knew that about everyone. How did you remain so upbeat and not sort of resentful, knowing they were all talking about you and going to nominate you anyway?
I knew that kind of walking in, because I was coming in halfway through. So my mentality was just like, look, I'm going to be up every single week anyway, because they've all got bonds and relationships, and they've all, you know, favoured each other, and they're original housemates, so they've been through a longer experience than me. So I knew me, Pav and Bianca were going to be a target anyway. So I just tried to enjoy every single day while I was there, to be honest, and just enjoy my experience as much as possible.
Nicole, thanks for your call, babe. Speak to you soon. On line 3, I believe we've got someone called Leah.
Is that my sister?
From Darlington. Leah, are you there?
Hey, babes.
Leah, what have you got to say to your sister, babe?
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, it's like surprise, don't.
I've missed you so much, you don't even understand.
I love you so much.
Leah, I'm giving you a cuddle for her, and she'll give you a call when she gets back to the hotel.
Love you all the world.
I love you all the world.
Lots of love, Leah. Give it up for Leah, guys.
Why would you do that to me?
That's all we've got time for on phone calls. In a minute, the panel are going to get talking to Zoe, but first, let's check back in with the house. You all right?
I can't believe you did that. It was man.
And to be really shocked and
I'm glad
surprised
I
and
was a
feel
bit
stupid.
wary of Zoe. She's been sent on for a reason, not just so much she said about Tesco.
Well, I genuinely hope that it is for a genuine reason, because that is horrible to think that you can say something, say a sentence, just not meaning
I know exactly why she was
slip of the
sent home.
tongue, and you're
She
like,
talked too much about her career. Public think that's boring. Think she's
She
mad
did.
about herself. Get over yourself. You're leading lady of the West End. There's plenty of people that's worked their ass off to get where they are today, and here as well. Do you know what I mean? Right now, she might have stood at 5 o'clock in the morning giving out leaflets. I'm 18. I still done loads of shit just to get shit as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Helen's done loads of shit just to get her salon.
I just thought, I'm not going to sit there and say I don't want to sit here and do this whole like, oh, I got where I wanted to be because of this, that and the other. Look, I struggled once upon a time. No one wants to hear that.
No one
and sadly, I think that's exactly what...
Oh, it's already started. Right, it's Q&A time now. Linda Nolan, what's your question?
Oh, good Lord.
Hello,
Hi,
Linda.
Zoe.
Hello.
Can I just say to anybody that hasn't heard her singing that she's amazing? However, go on. I have to ask you, what is it that you don't think, and I quote, ordinary people like the kind that work in Tesco's wouldn't understand about your stories?
No, it's not even that. Well, as soon as I walked in there, everyone was really curious, because Mark was like, oh my God, like, I know your face, and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, you sing, don't you? I was like, yeah. All of the housemates were having us singing all day long, literally to the end of night. And for me, walking in there, I was just, when I saw the first episode of the show, I was like, oh, I really wish I was in Big Brother this year. I was like, everyone's really powerful, and people like Steve and I remember Tamara, they were like really just intelligent, which is kind of my weakness, really. You know, I love music and I live and breathe music, but not the sharpest tool in the set.
So did you see them in the show then?
So
Tamara?
yeah, I watched the first 2 and I was like, this year's really powerful people and I could really learn something. So I really wanted to go in and meet these people. And what they haven't done is shown the whole full conversation, which I was actually saying how excited I was to be around such awesome, awesome people. Had nothing to do with bloody Tesco. It's all been taken out of...
Well,
it's all been taken out of...
I'd choose another big superstore to shop in.
It's literally all been taken out of proportion.
We're
Obviously,
glad that Zoe has finally cleared that up, guys. Let's move on. And other supermarkets are available, just to say. Lionel for the final. What's your question for Zoe?
You're lovely. You really are. She's lovely. Do you think you'd have stayed longer had you been in it from the very word go?
No, because I might have left.
I don't.
I'll be honest with you. I found it quite.
Do you?
Yeah, I wouldn't have liked to say I would have walked, but if I'm being completely honest, I
I speak to my family like 12 times a day, like I've said, and it's on repeat. But I speak to my family constantly about anything like, oh, I found this new glass, it's awesome. I'll give them a call about the really small little things. Like, my family is everything to me, and the hardest thing was not having any contact with my family, and that was the hardest thing.
Hard too.
I think if people...
Were you not prepared for that, though, knowing what Big Brother is about?
Well, not really, because I was thinking I'll miss them, but because I've been away or whatever and done like shows or whatever, I know what it's like to miss them, but I didn't realise how hard I would take it, not even just hearing their voice. And not
have a phone.
Yeah, not being able to like send them a cheeky voice note or a picture or, you know, I send videos to my little sister 24/7 from like quotes from Bridesmaids. So not being able to do that was massive for us. So I genuinely did miss my family.
What are your plans now now that?
Who knows? I've got no idea.
Release a song! Yay!
Who knows? Who knows?
Did someone say duet?
I am, yeah. Yes! Why not?
Did somebody say a trio?
Yes, trio!
Hey, I'm making a dish.
Quick, let's do it!
Let's do it!
Zoe, should we do a duet on Monday?
Let's do a duet, babe.
Yeah!
I'm down for a duet.
I might regret saying that. I might have to stop.
No, you won't, babes.
Stephen, what's your question for Zoe?
We're seeing... Actually, firstly, I just want to say I think it's a travesty you're out. Yeah. We all wanted Chris to go tonight, guys, did we not? Chris is really creepy and he's manipulating the house, Zoe. And it's a travesty that someone like you who's entertaining us and the housemates are out tonight. However, Helen and Ash... Obviously, when I was in the house, I saw they were getting closer. They're very good friends.
Yeah.
To me, they're friends. If they want to have benefits, they're single people. They do what they like.
Absolutely.
Is it more...
As you know.
No!
Is it more? Will it be a relationship on the outside? Is it going to be friends with benefits? What's going to happen?
I think it was cleared up yesterday, really, because I had a lovely conversation with Ash, and he was like, who knows, I'm going to move in with Winston, and it's going to be like, way, boys pad, you know, bachelor pad. But at the same time, Helen is very tough, but she's a little softy underneath. Yeah. And I think if he was to take her out on a date, it could be a full-blown awesome relationship. So who knows? But it depends, because you know Ash, he wants to move in with Winston and have a lads pad, so that might cause friction between them both. So
can I just tell you that the reason that everybody in the house had bad vibes about you and Pav is because of dastardly Danielle, and nobody clicked that she was so pissed off that you two had put her up, nominated her to go, that she ruined it.
The audience, because we always miss them out on a Friday, and I feel really bad. So, Jace, what's your question for Zoe?
Okay, hi, Zoe.
Hiya.
My question is, why do you believe that the housemates distrusted you? And if you could go back, what would you do differently to change that?
One, obviously, I wouldn't mention anything about bloody Tesco's, would I? Let's be honest. Howie, I mean, it was just... That's me saying things in jest and having a joke, and it's been chopped because the majority of my time I was trying to be happy and get on with people and bring a nice energy to the house, and something's been totally taken out of context, I'm afraid. I'm really sorry.
Yeah. On that note...
I'm sorry if I offend anyone.
Give her a massive round of applause, guys. Don't go anywhere, because coming up, a ladder for the final, and Linda Nolan will be taking over the reality gallery for all the latest gossip, plus find out why Christopher's got a sticky crotch. I'll see you after this. All about the Big Brothers bit on the side. And do you know what? We've been talking to ordinary people about some not-so-ordinary people since 2011. Yeah. Here's the news. At 9:49 a.m, it became clear that Helen and Ash had another sleepless night.
Mate, you shouted something last night.
Oh, not again,
Yeah,
Ash.
it weren't even English.
Really?
You sure you're not possessed, you? Yeah, it was Latin.
I can't speak Latin.
No, it was English. You said,
It was definitely Latin.
Oh, stop it, because Ashley said I was speaking foreign the night before as well.
It was English.
What? You're speaking in tongues?
Are you sure it weren't Arabic?
It was English.
You need to check your stomach for fucking stigmata marks.
Of course.
Oh, no, I've been possessed by the beast.
Are you sure he weren't Arabic? He's never stuck for words, is he? Even in his sleep. Good luck to him. At 1:57 this afternoon, Pav, Ash and Krista were having an excellent time.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Play with a potato. Oh, this one's
Yeah, it's got a chucky egg in that.
That's got
Chris.
Sorry, watch out. Watch your leg here, Winston.
And that's the point of playing with an egg.
No more eggs, though. 2 wasted eggs. That's 2 wasted eggs. I look as though I've just pissed myself in yolk. This is a very sad day in the Big Brother house. Very, very sad
And you look so good today as well, babe.
Damn it.
You did another kid.
He's got that full layers on his shirt.
You know what, right? I personally think it's nice to see them yoking around. And you know what? That Christopher, he's a shell of his former self. Every Friday, Monday and Saturday. At 3:23 this afternoon, Mark caught Christopher on his own and got his feelings finally off his chest.
I think I've been unfair on you because I have been cagey and I have flew hot and cold.
Yeah, a bit.
I haven't been like that open with you. I haven't give any displays of affection or anything like that. I do nip at you and pick at you. And if I'm being genuinely honest with you, the reason I'm behind it is a lot of my family. Well, I don't like to ever use the word, but I haven't come out to a lot of members of my family, do you know what I mean? Obviously, you can tell straight away, like, you wouldn't need to be a genius to work it out. I've just not ever discussed that, and I feel like for me to come in the house, whereas half me does want to be dead open and talk to you about everything, the other half me feels like I don't want to rub people's nose in it at home that don't know. I've lost my head the past fortnight.
Yeah.
I think I've made you go a loopty-fucking loop.
No, it's nothing to do with you,
And I think people at home will be...
Don't flatter yourself, boy. Don't flatter yourself.
I think people at home will be massively confused as well.
Oh, poor old Mark. He's so misunderstood, isn't he? That's today's news. Let's head up to the reality gallery. Lionel for the final. Have you got a little trick for me?
Never lose it.
Never.
You never lose
Linda, what's going down, babe?
Well, Ash is worried about the power being given to him. He says if he gets it, he'll just throw up everywhere.
Oh, Lionel, what you got?
Winston is worried that something is happening tonight. He said he has a slightly tingly feeling in his balls.
Linda?
Goodness me, poor Winston. If only Bianca was there to get the tingle away.
Lionel's now said dick and balls on Big Brother.
Helen has admitted to Ashley that she would rather be remembered for bad reasons than not being remembered at all.
Oh,
good point.
Well, it's their own opinion,
Do you know,
Lionel.
Mark says he hasn't eaten much today. Then he remembered he had Cocoa Pops, eggy bread, and a chicken butty, and lots of cake.
Who wants the cake?
Christopher's cake. Yeah.
Lionel, Linda, thank you so much for coming on the show. Give it up for them.
God bless you.
Love you. Right, time now to see what's going on over in digital. Ian, nice salmon shot.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
Poll result.
Go on.
Were the focus group right? 52% said yes, so it was very close to this one, right? Tomorrow, we've got a Facebook Q&A with Zoe at 3:30 p.m. at fb.com/bbuk.
Love it.
Now, questions. Emily wants to know, if you had to get one housemate's face tattooed onto your back, who would it be?
Who would it be?
These questions get worse every week.
Purely for the crack, an ex-house...
The crack? A bit higher up.
That low? You got that low?
Purely for the crack, probably Mark, because I know he'd laugh his head off. He'd laugh his head off.
If you had it on the front, you could use the beard, could be like...
The beard could
if
be
it was
that
me,
area.
I'd have Bianca walking out the
Exactly,
house.
I know! We were like...
Zach Shepherd wants to know, what was the toughest part of People Power Week?
Oh, what was the toughest? For me, personally, people not understanding what I said, personally.
Oh, that whole thing.
That hurt, that upset.
One more. OK, Steve wants to know, which of the guys in the house was the hottest?
Ooh, I might have to go with Ash, purely because Winston comes alive every now and again, but a lot of the time he's quite quiet, you know.
Listen, guys, give it up for Zoe and Ian. I'm really sorry. That's all I've got time for tonight. A massive thank you to all of our guests and our fantastic audience. I am back tomorrow night at 11 p.m. for Bit on the Site with my telly husband Ian and my telly something Louisa. And Zoe's going to be here as well. Stay tuned. Stand by your man's on next. Night, night.